Good evening, everyone, and welcome to high school baseball here on 18 WJTS. Tonight, the 0-5 Northeast Dubois Jeeps entertain the 8-1 Jasper Wildcats here at Northeast Dubois. Aiden Tavis will be on the hill for Northeast Dubois. Andrew Noblet will get the ball for the Jasper Wildcats on a beautiful night for baseball once here at the yard. Looking forward to this one here at Northeast Dubois. We'll take a break and we'll have the opening pitch from Northeast Dubois right after this on 18 WJTS. Back to Northeast Dubois baseball on a Friday night. The Jeeps take their places defensively behind Aiden Tavis. He has worked in 10 innings, 17 hits, 4 runs, 13 strikeouts, and just 2 walks. He's backed by Aiden Dodd in left, Bryce Merkel in center, Ryan Hembry in right, or Dylan Hembry in right, I should say. Clay Foreman, Kobe Piper, Eli Freiberger, and Landon Gooksell. The infield third to first. Behind the plate is Ty Cobb, and he'll face a Wildcat lineup that looks like this, leading off and playing shortstop, Ben Hankey. Cody Morton bats second at second. Connor Foley is at third base tonight. Drew Bradley cleans up behind the plate. Chris Hediger in right. Matthew Wright at first. Will Wallace, the DH, for pitcher Andrew Noblet. Ryan Like is in center, and Jack Albrand will play left field for the Wildcats. An absolutely beautiful night for baseball for once. It broke a little bit last night for the Wildcats game against Boise. But super tonight and should be great tomorrow for the Jasper tournament. Northeast Dubois will play the Paoli Rams tomorrow. So Ben Hankey will get in. Jasper a 12-hit, or actually a 14-hit attack last night. Wind blowing out over the scoreboard out beyond left field up on the hill. It's blowing out towards left. Hankey slams it back deep into left, twisting, foul. So Hankey, Morton, and Foley against Aiden Tavis tonight. 0-1 the count to the hitter. Cats and the Northeast Dubois Jeeps. This ball game has moved around just a bit. Supposed to be next week, but that's the Jasper Academic Banquet. So Hankey down on the count, 0-2. Cats occupy the first base dugout, or the first base side. The Jeeps in their royal blue over on the third base side. Tavis will come forward. This one chopped on the ground to Foreman at third, and he boots it and took a hop on him, and the first air of the ball game goes to Northeast Dubois, and that will bring up Cody Morton, the second baseman. Morton at 375. He had a double last night in that Boise game. Cats again played just about everybody. In fact, they did play everybody in a game that was supposed to be at Boise. Tavis comes plateward. The pitch to him is high. Stan Vollmer behind the plate. Brian LaRoche on the bases. Our friends in blue. Glad you could join us on this Friday night here on 18 WJTS. It was a great night to play baseball up at Northeast Dubois. Tavis, the lefty, comes plateward. A fastball. Barely misses inside. That's a good pitch. And it is 2-0, the count to the Wildcats second baseman with Connor Foley waiting in the on-deck circle. So, big gap in right center field for Morton, runner at first. Here's the delivery. That one is in for a strike at the letters. Terry Gilbert on the coaching line at third, Jason Albrand down at first, and we play here in the top of the first inning. So, Tavis, the lefty, comes forward. This ball trickles on the ground to third, and it's foul. So the Jeeps, again, looking for their first win. They've played a lot of close games. They've played a really good schedule. They've played Forest Park already. So they get some games in. That's what everybody's after, just get some of these games in, and hopefully a very fruitful May as far as the weather is concerned. Tavis will throw over the lefty, looks right at the base runner. Gooksell holds him on. So, top of the first, Wildcats have a base runner. Jeep infield up the middle, looking to turn 2. High fastball. Three and 2 the count. Next pitch. Pop back deep into left field, and that is up against the fence and caught by Dodd. That ball left in a hurry, and it looked like it might get out. The wind blowing it that way, but it's a long out as Dodd hauls it in. So one away. Hankey goes back. Here comes Foley at 343, 2 home runs and 14 knocked in. Foreman behind the bag at third and off the line just a bit. Foley takes one right down central for a strike. Catcher Drew Bradley waits on deck. This one to Foley. So Tavis with a runner at first and one gone. He deals with Foley. The lefty fires it home. Foley slams it into left field for a base hit, and the Wildcats have runners at first and second with one out. Now Hankey's going to try to take the extra base. He's in at third. Foley in on the back end is at second. So a single for Foley takes second on the throw back in, or the difficulty that the Jeeps had. Now it's second and third. So Drew Bradley will stand in. He has been hot as of late at 440 on the season. Pitch on the way is outside. Cats threatening here in the visitor first with one away. Morton flew out the left. In between that single by Foley and the air at third. Tavis throws the next pitch. This one popped up a mile high right side. Guxel in foul territory. Straddles the line. Comes back into fair territory, and they call an infield fly, I believe. Or did he impede with the fielder, maybe? So Jason Alburn going to talk to the home plate umpire. Now Terry Gobert's going to come over. First I thought, well, he wouldn't have been an infield fly, but they're going to say the fielder's got to have a chance, and the runner has to go down the line in a straight line. So they called an interference on the pop-up, and Bradley is gone. Ball was in foul territory with the wind blowing that way, blew it back into the field of play. It's a big out there for Tavis and the Jeep defense. Hettinger, the right fielder, hits this ball foul. 1-0 the count, or 0-1 the count, I should say. This one squibbed on the ground. It's going to be trouble. Piper will field on the run, throw on to first base. Good play. They cut down Hettinger. The Wildcats threaten, but come up empty in the visitor first. No score after a half. Wildcats nothing. Jeeps nothing. We'll have more after this on 18 WJTS. Northeast Dubois, bottom of the first. Ty Cobb will lead things off against Jasper sophomore right-hander Andrew Noblet. Noblet has no record. He has appeared in 2 1/3 innings on the season. Last worked on Monday night in that victory over Heritage Hills, 1 1/3 of no-hit baseball. Cobb stands in, swings and misses. Tie at 444 on the young season for Northeast Dubois. Piper on deck, followed by Freiberger. The next pitch from Andrew, and it backs Ty out of the box just a bit. And the count squares at 1-1. Allbrand, Like, and Hettinger in the outfield. Noblet throws a plate where this one sprayed wide of the bag at third. Luke Olam's the head coach of the Chiefs on the coaching line at third. Foley, Hankey, Morton, and Wright the infield. Drew Bradley behind the plate. Andrew works with a 1-2 count. The Cobb breaking ball got it. One gone. So here comes Piper, the Jeep shortstop tonight. This one by Piper fouled. Into Piper again for a strike. No score here in the bottom half of the first inning. Noblet trying to retire Piper. The next pitch. And he struck him out. So 2 strikeouts. Here comes Freiberger, a 375 hitter with in the 3 hole for the Jeeps here. So Freiberger with nobody on and 2 outs. Noblet shoves it plateward, cut on and missed. Cats had a couple of base runners in the top half of this inning, but they did not score. Jeeps bat here on the home first. Noblet drops a glove and kicks and deals. Ball chopped out in front of the plate and fouled away. Noblet works fast here, and he's ahead of all 3 of the hitters so far in this one. Noblet brings it. Missed with a breaking ball. Started off at the batter and broke toward the plate. One and 2. Noblet comes home. Swung on and missed, got away from Bradley, and the runner's going to be aboard at first base with the strikeout. Noblet strikes out 3, will have a chance at 4, but the Jeeps have a base runner on the swinging strike. This ball hit on the ground at third. Up with it. Foley fires on. Wright has to find the bag, and they get the out at first base to retire the side. Jeeps get a base runner, but they do not score through 1. Jeeps and Wildcats 0-0. We're back with more after this. Back to the ballpark up on the hill at Northeast Dubois. Matthew Wright, Will Wallace, and Ryan Light to battle the Jeep left-hander, Aiden Tavis. Pitch is into the dirt, just a bit low. Wright slams it into center field for a base hit. And for the second consecutive inning, the Wildcats have their leadoff man aboard. Second hit of the game, and here comes Will Wallace. Wallace the hitter. It's low. 1 and only. Give him the right center field gap. Wallace takes a look down at third. See what Terry Gobert has going here with Wright the runner at first. Guxel holds him on over there. The pause and the pitch from Tavis. Fastball at the knees for a called strike. 1-1 with nobody out. Jeeps have the double play possibility. Wallace waits, and Tavis comes home. This one tap foul. One and two. Here we go. Delivery. Got it. Struck him out, chased a pitch out of the zone. Good pitch by Tavis, and the strikeout is complete. Here comes Ryan Like, the center fielder. His cousin Clay Foreman even with the bag and off the line at third. Now he's going to charge just a bit. This ball back to the screen. That's going to allow Wright to go to second with one away here in the top of the second. Jeeps again with the Rams tomorrow. Cats with 2. 1 at 11 in their tournament against Columbus East, then at 6 against Linton. Both games will be at 1 o'clock on 18 WJTS on Sunday afternoon. Like swings and misses. Runner out at second. First run of the game, possibly. Tavis fires it. Swung on and missed. One and two with one down. Tavis checks that runner at second base and will come home. That is inside. Jack Albrand on deck. So a 2-2 count with one away. Next pitch. Like pops it up right center field. Cut of the grass. Freiberger in shallow center field makes the play. Kind of drifted on him, but he was able to hang with it. 2 gone here for Jack Albrand, the Wildcat left fielder. Here's the pitch. Barely missed outside corner. Good pitch by Tavis. Runner at second base. A leadoff single by Wright. Went up on a pass ball. This one, fastball, misses outside. Hankey, the leadoff man on deck. Cats with some traffic on the bases in the first couple of innings here at Northeast Dubois. Jasper's lone loss came up at Bloomington South. So Jack gets back in, as you can see. We're at ground level tonight. The pitch on the way to the left-handed hitting Albrand. Fastball and a good one. Outside corner. Well, that ball was blistered in there for a strike. Tavis been around the plate so far tonight. Cats trying to pick up that run out there at second base. They play straight away. They bluff a throw back there, which you can do. You don't have to throw it. Tavis plate where Albrand squares the button, fouls it back. Again, beautiful night, as you can see, after all the horrible weather that we've had. Looking forward to. It's on the outside. Oh. Got him. The 2-2. Albrand waves at a breaking ball. The Cats do not score. They leave a man on after the base hit. And after 1.5, Jasper and Northeast Dubois in a 0-0 game. Will step aside and have more after this on 18 WJTS. Back to Northeast Dubois. Bottom of 2 ago, no score. Andrew Noblet struck out 3 back in the first. Worked around a ball that got back to the screen for a strikeout. So Tavis, his counterpart, stands in from the right side. First pitch, tails outside, and it's 1-0. Jeeps looking for their first hit of the night. Tavis, starting pitchers, pitched well so far. Here's the next pitch from Noblet. This one hammered into the left center field gap. Will it hang up? No, it won't. It's to the wall. Tavis rounds first base. He will be in at second base with a stand-up double. Tavis to the boards in left center field. Ball was hammered And it kind of, I thought Like may have a chance at it. Again, that wind is blowing from center field back toward the left field corner and just kept tailing away from Ryan Like. And Tavis is at second, and Grant Maringer will courtesy run for him at second with Tavis being the starting pitcher. Let's see if Dodd lays one down here. Trying to move the runner up to third base. Bottom of 2, Jeeps threatening. Here, Noblet throws it. They bunt. Pops the bunt back behind home plate. Be into the stands. Good crowd on hand. I know it really doesn't matter to you later on tonight, but it's awesome to see people out at the ballpark on a Friday night. Good weather. 2 Dubois County combatants play all these games, and sometimes they're kind of nondescript and go through the motions, but this is a good night. Now they've got the runner picked off at second base, and Maringer's gone. Noblet paused, and that will not make Luke Willems very happy, having her courtesy runner picked off. 1 away. So Dodd will be up there swinging possibly right now. No reason to lay one down unless he wants to. The next pitch on the way. This one looped into center field. The Wildcats had him played perfectly, and he makes the catch, does Like. 2 gone. So, boy, those are deflating. Those base running plays. Tomlinson will stand in. He hits for Hembry, the right fielder. And Noblet with the pickoff, a possible 3-up, 3-down inning. Fastball misses inside. 1-0 the count here. How's that for service? Pitch is out of the zone, 2-0. Buddy Matt Dalton having dinner over there. He should. PA, scoreboard operator, SID. He should. He takes care of everybody. It's about time somebody takes care of him up here, right? Mrs. Dalton. 2-2. They're like us. They live at the ballpark. The break even. That is low. So now it's 3-2 with 2 away. Love Matt and all he does for us. Unbelievable. Here's the pitch. Fastball walked him. So a free pass issued by Noblet, and that'll bring up Landon Gooksell, the first baseman. Next pitch, ball hit on the ground to first base, right. Can't find it. It goes off his glove. Noblet covers, and they still get Gooksell. A recovery by Wright. You've got some time there at first base. Just knock it down. Noblet came over to cover to retire the side. We'll head to the top of the third. Jeeps nothing. Wildcats nothing. We'll have more after this. Back to the ballpark. Leadoff man Ben Hankey will lead things off here against Tavis in for inning number 3. The lefty fires it home to Hankey. He pops it into shallow left. Dodd will come running in, and he'll make the catch. And I can speak for experience, albeit some 35 years ago, but left field at this ballpark could be a problem with the sun. It's been like that forever. Yeah, it'll keep on drifting out in the west, obviously, and you'll look over the top of that school from left field. This one cork foul off the bat of Cody Morton, who flew out to left field on a nice play by Dodd up against the wall. As it looked like when Morton hit that ball earlier, it left the bat in a hurry, but then it kind of died out there. Morton waits. Here's the next pitch. This one lined into right center field. Going over in the gap is Merkel. He can't cut it off. Morton rounds first. He will be in at second base with a stand-up double. A one-out, two-base hit for Cody Morton, and the Wildcats have a man in scoring position. Third hit of the game for the Cats so far. And here comes Connor Foley, who singled earlier. One away here in the top of the third. So Cats will have the runner out there. Pitch on the way. That misses. Play Foley deep in the outfield. Tavis works from the stretch. They jockey in behind him with Piper out at shortstop. Here's the pitch to Connor. He corks it foul past Terry Gobert, who points toward the fair part of the field. Said, please hit it there. So 1-1 with one down. No score. Glad you can join us late night here on 18. Been a busy week. 2 more on Saturday that will air Sunday at 1. 6-game week for the Cats. So they are looking to get on the board, are the Cats here. Foley ready. Hands back, hands over the plate as well. Here's the pitch. Foley takes it for a strike. So 2-2. Foley once again ready to go. Here's a pitch. Runner takes off moving. Foley pops it up toward the Wildcat dugout. Ty Cobb over near the railing, and he could not make a catch as he dove back toward the field in foul territory. Again, that ball kind of blowing back toward left field and toward the field of play, and Ty couldn't quite come up with it. So Foley gets new life. He's up there with a 2-2 count with one gone. Morton was running with the pitch. Tavis comes home. Called third strike. Foley couldn't pull the trigger. Terry Gobert just clapping his hands knowing that that was a pitch that Foley could have handled, but he did not look fastball, and he stood there and took it, and Tavis gets the strikeout. So Bradley, who popped to first earlier. So runner at second, that's Morton, who doubled to get things started here, at least with one out after Hankey flew out the left. Top of the third. Bradley bounces foul again. Yeah, he was involved in that play, that interference play at first base, where the runner, the ball, and the first baseman on that pop-up kind of all arrived at the same time. Cats have a runner out there. Drew Bradley trying to pick him up. Bradley waits. Runner takes off. Throw. Nope, he dropped the throw. Dropped the ball when he was trying to throw. Bradley with a team-leading 15 knocked in, one more than Foley. So the runner at third, and if a pass ball wild pitch would take place, Cats could possibly score. There is some distance back here, and they have a chain link fence, so it doesn't bounce back usually. The 2-1 to Drew. Chopped on the ground down the third baseline. That's a fair ball. Gets past Foreman, and the Cats lead 1-0. Bradley takes the big turn, and he's got the RBI single to left field that just trickled over the bag, and Morton comes in to score. 1-0 Cats. Tanner Ernie runs in a courtesy runner fashion out at first base. Jasper draws first blood. So here comes Hettinger, who grounded to Piper at short earlier. So the Wildcats parlay that Morton double into a run. So with 2 away, Bradley comes through with the single. Those, again, 2 out hits. If it's high school baseball, the major leagues, that's where your bones are made. 2 out hits with runners in scoring position. Hettinger takes a big swing, and that ball's down the hill. 0-1 with 2 away. They hold the runner on at first. That's Ernie. Has good speed running for Bradley. Here's the pitch. Hedinger lofts it into right. Hembry goes toward the line. He runs in and it drops in front of him. Hembry picks it up. Ernie rounds third. He's going to try to come in to score. And it is 2-0 Cats on the bloop double to Hedinger. With 2 outs, Ernie was running with the crack of the bat, and Hembry had to run a long way for that. And it is 2-0. Here's the pitch. Popped into left center field, going over is Merkel. In comes Dodd, and Dodd makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Cats pick up a couple here in the top of the 3rd. 2-0 Jasper will break and come back after this. Clay Foreman leads things off here for the Jeeps here in the bottom of the 3rd. Andrew Noblet working with a 2-0 lead. The pitch to Foreman, swung on and missed. Swung on and missed. Noblet gets the strikeout, 1 gone. Noblet gets his 3rd strikeout. Here comes leadoff man Ty Cobb, hits it on the ground to Morton. He scoops it up at second base and throws on, 2 up, 2 gone. Here's the pitch to Piper. He hits down the third base line. That's a fair ball. Going over to cut it off is Allbrand. Piper rounds first base and puts on the brakes. The Jeeps get the base hit. 2nd hit of the game. Here comes Freiberger. Throw over, Piper goes back. So Freiberger struck out his previous plate appearance. Noblet throws it. This one hits foul. 2 away, Jeep runner at first base. Piper, bottom of the 3rd, 2-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Noblet brings it home. Fouls it off. 1-2 with 2 away. Bryce Merkel waits on deck here. So, Piper at first. Right holds him on. Noblet throws over there, back with a dive. This one popped up in the infield, third base side. Foley, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. The Jeeps get a base hit, but they do not score here in the bottom of the 3rd through 3 here on 18 WJTS. Jasper 2, the Jeeps of Northeast Dubois nothing. We're coming back after this. Welcome back to Northeast Dubois. Top of the 4th, Will Wallace will stand in. Wallace pops this one back into left. Dodd will watch it, and it's gone. Will Wallace touches them all, and the Cats are on top 3-0 on the leadoff homer deep to left off the bat of Will Wallace, his first of the season. Next hitter stands in. Strike 3. They'll throw down to first base to complete the strikeout.
Now batting, left fielder number 2, Jack Albright.
Here comes Albrand. The pitch popped up center field. Merkel will go back on it. Still going back, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, shortstop number 4, Ben Hinkie.
Back to the top in Hankey. One and 0. This one fouled away. Next pitch, Hankey slams it down the third base line. That'll rattle around in the Jeep bullpen down there, and in at second base is Hankey with a 2-out double. And here comes Morton.
Now batting, second baseman number 5, Cody Morton.
So Mound Conference out on the hill for the Jeeps as Morton gets ready to go. So a 2-out double by Ben Hankey. Morton will stand in. Cats already lead 3-0. They get one here in the top of the fourth on the blast by Cody Morton. Or excuse me, Will Wallace, I should say. Morton at the plate now. Big swing and a miss. And it is 0-1 with 2 outs. Jasper threatening again. We were scoreless until the top of the third when Jasper picked up the 2 spot. Foley waits on deck. Runner still out at second base. That's Hankey. Pitch to Morton is high. And it's 1-1 with 2 away. So Tavis working in inning at number 4, lefty for Northeast Dubois against the righty Morton, and the pitch on the way. This one hit on the ground in the hole between third and short. Hankey will round third. He's going to try to score. Here comes a throw back in. It's up the line, and it is an RBI single for Morton. Takes second on the throw, and the Cats lead 4-0. So 4-0 Jasper. So here comes Foley, the always dangerous Foley, 1 for 2. Took a fastball on the inside portion for a called strike his last time up, strike 3, and there was a pitch he wanted back all season long. That may have been one of them. So runner at second base, Morton takes that 2-out lead. Tavis trying to get out of this inning without any further damage. Foley takes a high fastball up. 2-0. Foley in control of this count. Wildcats lead 4-0. 2 in the third, 2 more here in the fourth. So the pitch on the way. Called strike outside corner to Foley. 2-1 with 2 outs here. So Tavis reconnects with the mound up on the hill. Foley digs in from the right side. Runner at second. Here's the pitch, and it is a one that glances high. Now Foley in command again at 3-1 here. Tavis has to be very careful with the heavy hitting Connor Foley. Drew Bradley is on deck for the Cats. Tavis would like to see him next inning. He fires it to Foley, ball 4. He will not see Bradley next inning. It is a walk. Just the first one, though, for Tavis. And here comes Bradley, who knocked in a run with a single earlier in this game. Cats 4 and the Jeeps nothing. Fastball misses. Good pitch by Tavis there. Next pitch. Popped up a mile high, shallow center field. Merkel comes in. Out goes Freiberger, and it's Freiberger at the cut of the grass for the 3rd out of the inning. Cats get a big home run from Wallace, and they lead after 3.5. 4-0 here at Northeast. Dubois will step aside and have more after this on 18 WJTS. Back to the ballpark. Bryce Merkel leads things off here in the bottom of the 4th. Jeeps find themselves down 4-0 to Andrew Noblet and the Wildcats here. The first pitch to Merkel. Breaking ball. Dances in for a strike. Jeeps with a couple of base hits. They had some traffic on the bases in each of the first 3 innings, but came up empty. The 0-1 delivery. This one half-hearted swing, and he takes it for a strike. 0-2. So Merkel down in the count 0-2. Tavis, who doubled earlier, is on deck, followed by Aiden Dodd. And Noblet gets the strikeout. Bradley will drop the ball and throw on to get the runner at first base. Andrew strikes another Jeep hitter out here. 5 on the game so far. Here comes Tavis, who doubled earlier, and his courtesy runner got picked off. Big gap in right center field. Also heading her off the line and right up here on the hill. Pitch from Andrew, chopped on the ground. Hankey circles, goes to the belt, and throws on to right, 2 gone. Takes that ball and funnels it into his midsection and fires on with a strong peg. Here comes Aiden Dodd. He flew out to center fielder Ryan Like earlier. Cats on top 4-0 as we play here in the home half of the 4th. Northeast Dubois and the Jasper Wildcats. Pitch on the way, chopped on the ground. Foley makes the play, throws on, got him. Took a big hop on Connor. It helps to be 6'4", 6'5", and he's able to make the play for the 3rd out of the inning. Jeeps go quietly here in the bottom half of the 4th through 4. Cats 4, Jeeps nothing on 18 WJTS. Back to the hill. Jeeps trail 4-0. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Aiden Tavis back on for the Jeeps here. Hedinger stands in for the Cats. He bounced to short and had an RBI double so far in this one. So get ready to play here in the 5th. Heading a right-handed hitter, plays right field. Pop down the left field line, twisting foul, and it will be foul by about 10 feet down the way. Wright and Wallace to follow. Next pitch to Hettinger. Ripped into left field for a base hit. Hettinger hung a line drive out there. He's got a multi-hit game. Matthew Wright stands in. He's 1 for 2, has an RBI sacrifice fly as well. Pitch low. This one hit into center field. Going after it is Merkel, dives for it, and he got it. Good play by Merkel on a line drive to center field. It's a heck of a play, and here comes Will Wallace. Wallace homered his last time up, also struck out. Runner at first here with 1 away in the 5th. Davis comes set. The lefty looks right at the runner at first. Long pause. And here it is. Breaking ball in for a strike. Wallace hit a towering shot out of here his last time up. Oh, 1 runner takes off. Pitch high. Cobb's throw down to second base. Pretty good one. And a swipe tag by Piper. Ball slips away, but I think he would have got in there anyway. So a stolen base for Hettinger, and now Wallace has a man in scoring position with 1 out. Next pitch. Chopped on the ground is short. Up with it is Foreman. Makes the long throw. And there are 2 gone. Two away. So Like will be brought back, I think, and we'll have a different hitter into the game. Might be Kai Coons. And that's who it's going to be. Kai Coons will hit.
For Jasper, number 15, Kai Coops.
So Coons will stand in. Big kid at the plate, freshman for the Wildcats. Runner at second. Pitches outside. Next pitch is out of the zone. 2-0, 2-out opportunity for Coots here with Hettinger out at second base. He singled, swiped a base, fly out and a ground out here. Here's a pitch to Kai. Low, dug out of the dirt by Ty Cobb. 4-0 Cats here in the top of the 5th. Jack Albrand is on deck for the Cats here. So Coots here with a base hit against Bossy last night. Pitch on the way from Tavis. Right down central for a called strike. And it's 3-1 here with 2 away. So Play him straight away in the outfield. Tavis comes to the high set, looks at the runner at second, and comes home. Kuntz flies it into center field. Merkel again will make the play as he went to a couple of knees as it dove on him. He made the play. Cats threatened, but do not score. We'll head to the home fifth. Jasper 4, Jeeps nothing up on the hill on 18 WJTS. Back at the ballpark as we head to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Kendrick Tomlinson will stand in. He's the designated hitter. Hits for Hembry, the right fielder. Andrew Noblet throwing two-hit baseball so far for the Cats. Works with a 4-0 lead. First one blisters the outside corner at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. Chiefs trying to get something going here. You get to the fifth. It's getting late. Fastball high. 1-1. Noblet out on the hill for the Wildcats. Getting the start tonight. This one hit back to the mound. Noblet gloves it by pulling his head out, and he still makes the play. 1 down. So Guksa will hit here. He grounded to right, who knocked the ball down. It squirted away and then picked it up and able to shovel it on to Noblet. Ball chopped high on the ground in front of the plate. Hankey will wait for it. Couldn't get out of his glove, but then did enough to get the runner at first. Boy, chopped right off the front of the plate. Then Hankey kind of tried to grab it a couple of different times, but had some time to cut down. Landed at first. Here comes Foreman, the third baseman. Here's the pitch. Fouled it off, and it's 0-1. So a two-way, Foreman trying to get on base here. Cobb, the catcher, waits on deck. Jeeps trail 4-0. Noblet comes home. Fastball backs him off, and it is 1-1 here. Next pitch. That is out. Noblet brings it. Misses 3-0. Now Bradley going to have a chat with Noblet out there. Next pitch to Clay. And he walks. So a 2-out free pass, 2 walks for Andrew tonight.
Now batting with catcher number 15, Ty Cobb.
So Cobb will stand in. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Runner at first, open stance at the plate. Knees bent. Here's the pitch. And it is a strike 0-1. Colby Piper waits on deck. Cats lead 4-0 here in the home fifth. Hold the runner on at first base with 2 away. That misses, and it is 1-1. Cats with a 11 o'clock game tomorrow in the Jasper tournament against Columbus East. Then Linton at 6 o'clock or sometime thereafter. Here's the next pitch. Strike at the knees. Have those games for you Sunday at 1 here on 18. So not a traditional tournament like it has been in the past. That's because Central is still in it. Now Central is sectional opponent, and they could perhaps play Central 3 times because they play them in the regular season. That's why it's going to just be everybody plays everybody, and except Jasper staying away from Central. 2-2. Pitch to Cobb. Takes it low. Jasper's got some key SIAC games coming up. Got Castle out there, Central's out there, Evansville North is out there, Memorial is out there on Monday down at Stone Field. Noblet throws over, 3-2 with 2 gone. Foreman will be traveling with the pitch plateward. He's off. Here's the pitch. Cobb called third strike outside corner. He watched it for the third out of the inning. Noblet gets the strikeout. His 6th of the game. The Jeeps get a base runner. They do not score. We'll head to the 6th. 4-0 Jasper on 18 WJTS. Mark call to the pen for the Jeeps as Colby Piper will come in here in the top of the 6th in relief of Aiden Tavis. Piper, 15 1/3 innings of 13-hit, 15-run baseball for Piper. Struck out 9, walked 4. So Tavis, 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 strikeouts, and a walk. First hitter of the inning is Jack Albrand, and he takes it for a strike. Ty Cobb goes from behind the plate to short. Grant Maringer goes to third, and Clay Foreman is behind the plate for the Wildcats, or for the Jeeps, I should say. So the next pitch on the way to Albrand is out, and it goes to 1-1. So Piper, the senior right-hander, on the hill for Northeast Dubois. Piper kicks and deals. Barely missed low to Albrand. Then Hankey and Morton here in the top of the 6th. They play Albrand straight away in the outfield. Jack 0 for 2 in the proceedings tonight. Piper will throw the 2-1 to him. Fastball at the knees for a strike. Again, beautiful night out here at Northeast Dubois. Should be a great day tomorrow for both the Jeeps and the Wildcats to play baseball, as well as everybody else with outdoor activities. Albrand waves at it, goes down swinging. First strikeout for Piper since coming on, and 4th for Jeep pitching. And here comes Hankey, who doubled his last time up and came around to score in that 2-run 4th. 2 in the 3rd and 2 in the 4th for the Cats, and that's where we stand right now in the 6th. Piper will bring it to Hankey again, working the lower portion of that zone, and he hits the strike zone 0-1. Next pitch is outside. So 1-1, I should say, too. Hankey, Morton on deck. Cats lead 4-0. This pitch is out. 1-1 with 1 away. Nobody on here for the Cats. Ball popped into right center. Going over is Merkel, and he'll make the catch. 2 outs. Aiden Tavis over at first base now. 2 away. Morton stands in. Got a couple of hits. Doubled and scored. Knocked in a run with a single in that 4th inning. Piper looking for the shutdown inning here since coming on in relief. Will Wallace is going to start the work in the Wildcat pen. He's already hit a homer tonight in the game. Wallace started the game last night against Bossy. Fastball misses inside. Wallace went 1 clean inning. Before giving away to Maverick Merkel, who went 3 innings, he got the win. Sternberg pitched an inning as well with 3 strikeouts. This one chopped on the ground to short. Cobb will have an opportunity, and he cannot make the play. So coming in after catching all game, and he commits the error, and that'll bring Connor Foley to the plate. So Foley, a single, struck out and walked in the game. Mixed bag for the Wildcat third baseman Connor Foley. Big bat in that lineup, a couple of home runs. Runner at first. Piper throws it over his head, and it's back to the screen, and Morton will advance to second base, and Connor Foley has a runner in scoring position here. Next pitch on the way. Foley, big swing, and rifles it back in the screen. In fact, it's stuck in the screen. Ball's in the fence, half of it on one side, half of it on the other. And rifled it right back in here. The 1-1 to Connor. First day, look towards second, and he's going to throw back and nearly got him. Morton barely got back in time. So 2 outs for Foley here in the top of the 6th. Cats 4, Wildcats lead here. Jeeps trail 4-0. Foley, right-handed hitter, wags the bat behind his right ear. Piper throws it. This one scorched into left field for a base hit. Dodd will charge. Rounding third, Morton. They're going to have a play back in. The throw is up the first base side. Run scores, and the Wildcats lead 5-0 on the RBI single by Connor Foley. So RBI single for Foley. First hit of the game for the Wildcats against Piper, and Drew Bradley has the inning continue. Foley had a chance to go to second base. A good throw might have cut down Morton because that ball was hit into left field, but it was up the first base line. Foreman went to get it. Fastball at the knees for a called strike. Five nothing. Here's the next pitch, swung on and missed. 10 hits for the Cats in the game. Wildcats looking for more here. Piper trying to shut it down, 0-2 to Bradley. Right-handed hitting catcher. Piper comes to the pause, looks at the runner and brings it home. Fastball inside. They're going to say it hit Bradley. And that will have Hettinger come to the plate. Well, they're going to bring Bradley back. Bradley thought it hit him, and so Terry Gobert's going to check with the home plate umpire. Bradley thought he got nicked, but he's going to be back in. If I was a hitter, I'd probably want to stay in there. 1-2. Runner at second. Piper going to try to make him pay here. Piper brings it. Breaking ball chopped on the ground towards Cobb. Cobb comes over the top, and his throw pulls the first baseman off the bag. Tavis did not react right away, and incoming in the score is Foley. Tavis kind of jumped up and then kind of gave up on the play, and Foley kept on running, and the Wildcats lead 6-0. So an error on the throw by Cobb that sailed high. And Bradley is on at first base. Here comes Hettinger. Luke Woolham's out to the mound to talk it over with his team. Jeeps had played a pretty clean game earlier, but kind of unraveling here with a 2 spot here. So the conference is over. Here's Hettinger here. Runner at first. Strike at the knees. Next pitch. Fouled away third base side. Oh, 2. Hettinger fouls it back.
Piper will come home. Runner takes off at first base, back to the screen, the ball. Ernie. So Ernie is out at second now. Pitch on the way, hit on the ground in the hole between third and short. Cobb has a trickle into left field for a base hit. First and third now as Hettinger gets the infield base hit, and he's got a 3-hit game going.
First baseman, number 19, Matthew Wright.
Here comes Matthew Wright with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Pitch on the way. Skied into center. Merkel will go back on it, and he'll camp underneath it and make the play for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Wildcats pick up a couple of more here after 5.5. The Cats on top of Northeast Dubois 6-0. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with more after this. Back to Northeast Dubois. Play goes to the bottom of the 6th. Andrew Noblet still on the hill, throwing 2-hit shutout baseball. Colby Piper stands in for the Jeeps. He is 1 for 2. Takes his pitch out of the zone. So Piper at the plate. Here is the next pitch from Noblet to Piper. This one hit on the ground at third. Foley lets it go by him for a base hit into left field, and Piper gets his 2nd hit of the game. Foley kind of just stabbed at it with a backhand attempt, and it's a base hit, and here comes Freiberger. Freiberger 0 for 2 in the game. Brian Kirchhoff, the former Jeep head coach, goes out to talk it over with Noblet. Again, Wallace was loosening up, and he's still going at it in the Wildcat pen down the right field line. So the conference over, and we'll wait for Freiberger to get in with Noblet still on the hill. Jeeps down 6-0, looking to get something going here in the home 6th. Well, the runner at first, that's Piper. They throw over, and he is back in time. Ball fouled away. Now the runner moves up to second base as it gets away. Here's the next pitch. It's wasted foul toward the Jeep dugout. 1-1 here. Runner at second. Piper, he's in scoring position. Called third strike to Freiberger on the outside portion from Andrew Noblet. So Noblet gets the strikeout, and here comes Merkel, the center fielder. Noblet gets his 7th strikeout. Pitch on the way. Merkel hits it to Foley. He stabs this one, looks the runner back, smokes him at second base. Got him. Piper was drifting off second base. That's the second base running mistake at second base for the Jeeps tonight as Merkel reaches on the fielder's choice. Going to make that ball go to first base, and Foley looked right at second and fired it in behind Piper. 2 away. And Tavis will stand in. He doubled and also grounded to Hankey at short. Jeeps bat here in the bottom of the 6th, down 6-0. Pitch on the way from the pitcher Noblet. Ball hit to Hankey. He'll glove it and throw on to first base to retire the side. Jeeps get some action on the bases, but they come up empty here in the 6th. We played through 6 here at Northeast Dubois. Jasper 6, Northeast Dubois nothing. We will come back to Northeast Dubois right after this on 18 WJTS. Wallace check swing fouled away first base side. Well, the count evens up at 1-1 here. Pitch high. Hit sharply towards second. Freiberger will gobble it up and throw on to Tavis. 1 away here in the 7th. So here comes Ryan Like. Like will stand in. He was 0 for 2 before Kuntz hit for him his last time up. Ryan takes it for a strike. It's 0-1. Again, he's in the batter's box with his cousin Clay Foreman. Maybe Clay will tackle him if he runs out of the box on a base hit. That would be interesting. Yeah. Kind of like that college game the other day where the hitter hit a home run and the pitcher tackled him when he's rounding third because the hitter mouthed off. That's where we're at these days. Hitter was wrong for talking. Pitcher was probably wrong for tackling him. There's other ways to handle that, but that was kind of neat on the internet. Like waves at this one. I don't know who the football coach is at that college, but that was a pretty good tackle by the pitcher. I'm sure you're surprised if you're rounding third and somebody tackles you. The 1-2 chopped foul toward the Jeep dugout. The dugouts here are very close, and back in the day they did not. Back in simpler times, didn't have that fencing in front of it. So you had to be alive. And pro parks didn't either. Like hits it on the ground at third. Up with it is Merringer. His throw got him. Good play by Grant Merringer. 2 away for Allbrand. So Allbrand stands in. Probably gets some work tomorrow on the mound in that game, or games. Swung on and missed. Foley pitched 1 inning of relief against Wrights on the 19th. So he may pitch tomorrow. Speaking of Foley. 1-1 again, the Cats next week. They got some dandies at Memorial and a makeup. Mater Day, 2 trips to Evansville on back-to-back nights. And Jeffersonville and Central on Wednesday and Thursday. Two and one here, 2 away. Jeeps will have a last call in the 7th. Dodd, Tomlinson, and hitter in Gooksell's place who was playing first base earlier. I think that'll be Grant Merringer as they flip-flop those hitting positions. 3-1 to Jack. Pitch from Piper. Popped up. Shallow left center field. In comes Merkel, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Allbrand gets a 2-out single. Blooped into left center. Here's a pitch. to Hankey. Big swing. Cody Morton waits on deck. Colby Piper trying to end it right here with Allbrand, the runner at first, takes his 2-out lead. Tavis holds him on. Piper comes to the ready and comes home. Tails outside. Again, Tavis went the first 5 on the mound for Northeast Dubois. Cats with 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and 2 more in the 6th. Batting here in the 7th. This ball, seeing eye single in the right field off the bat of Hankey. First and second now for the Cats with 2 away. Multi-hit game for Hankey.
Now batting second baseman number 5, Cody Morton.
So here comes Morton. Pitch is high. Jeeps and Wildcats have guys at Wabash College playing. Reese Bauer now playing outfield for the Little Giants, doing quite well. Here's the pitch on the way. Morton tags it back deep into left field. Going back on it is Dodd, and it's up on the hill. A 3-run shot by Cody Morton, and the Wildcats lead 9-0. So Morton, a single, a double, and now a 3-run homer. So Morton touches them all. Second homer of the game for the Cats.
Now batting third baseman number 24, Connor Foley.
Morton's first of the year, and here comes Connor Foley. No matter what happens in this half inning, the Jeeps will have their at bat in the bottom of the 7th. Again, a 2-out uprising for the Cats here. Foley with a couple of singles in the game. So Piper pushes it to Foley, fists it down the hill. Foley down on the count 0-2, so a 3-run shot by Morton. The wind and the deal. Ball hit on the ground. A third, up with it is Grant Maringer, going off to his left, and a bad throw into the dirt, and it's a base runner, Connor Foley, at first. So bad throw puts Foley on at first, and here comes Drew Bradley. Get Foley off the bases, and Will Weinzappel will run at first base.
Courtesy runner for the Wildcats number 7, Will Weinzappel. Now batting catcher number 11, Drew Bradley.
Here comes Bradley for the Wildcats. Runner at first, Weinzappel. Cats with a 3-run homer by Morton. This one cued on the ground towards second. Freiberger will scoop it up, throw on to end the inning. But the Wildcats tack on 3 more here in the 7th. They lead 9-0. Last call for the Jeeps. Jasper 9, Northeast Dubois nothing. We're back to the hill after this. Back at the ballpark. Last call for the Jeeps here in the home half of the 7th. 4-0, or excuse me, 9-0, I should say. The Wildcats lead. Aiden Dodd will lead things off against Andrew Noblet. He's going to try to go the full distance here, scattering 3 hits in the contest. Here's the pitch, is in for a strike, working out ahead. He's done that most of the game tonight. Very rarely, they talked about earlier, going to a 2-0 count in this game. Here's the next pitch on the way. Dodd chops it on the ground. Foley backs up on it. Gloves, throws on, got him. Normally you don't back up on a ball, but he was kind of caught in between hops and able to make the play.
Kendrick Tomlinson will stand in. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Noblet works quick, and the righty comes home inside corner for a strike. Jeeps at home tomorrow with the Rams of Pale. I think that's a reschedule, right, Matt? Yeah. Supposed to play a couple of Saturdays ago. Usually the weekends have been awful as well. 1-1 Cats with the tournament at Rooksor Field, or the group of games we'll call it. 1-2, just an opportunity to play 2 games. Normally there's 4 games over there anyway in a tournament in a consolation format. Served foul down the hill. Coach Cobra always liked that because it's kind of a regional simulation, but again with Central in there, they wanted to not play one another since they already play in the regular season and could meet in the sectional. Pitch. Tomlinson skies it into right at Chris Hettinger. 2 away, so Noblet 1 hitter away from going the complete game route with the shutout here. Here comes Grant Merringer for the first time. So here's the pitch, and that is in for a strike. 0-1 with 2 away. So Merringer waits, and the next pitch on the way from Noblet, and he waves at it. He's down 0-2, so Grant's first plate appearance. Noblet looks in, gets the sign from Bradley, and throws the 0-2 low. Noblet looks in, throws the 1-2 to Merringer. Barely missed low. So 2-2 with 2 away, nobody aboard. Jeeps down 9-0. Noblet stands on top of the mound. He will drive the break-even plateward. Missed. 3-2. 3-2 and 2 outs to Merringer. Noblet will fire it home. Walked him. So a walk, his third of the night. Go along with the 7 strikeouts, and here comes Foreman. So here comes Clay. Runner at first. Noblet will come to the high set, peek over his shoulder, throw it to Foreman. It is a strike. 0-1 to Foreman. Wildcats 9, Jeeps nothing. Noblet throws the 0-1 to Clay. Ball chopped foul in the batter's box area and behind the plate now. Cobb would be next. Oh, and 2 with 2 gone. Noblet stares in. Bradley hangs the sign. The 0-2 pitch forthcoming to Foreman, and it's on the way. Ball hit on the ground towards Morton at second. It's into right field for a base hit. So a 2-out single by Foreman, the 4th hit of the game for the Jeeps. And the inning continues for Ty Cobb, who's 0 for 3 against the pitching of Noblet. Here's the pitch to Cobb. Here's the pitch to Cobb. Strike at the knees, and the count squares at 1-1. Piper would be next. First and second. The pitch from Noblet to Cobb. Missed outside. 2-1 to Cobb. Runner at first, runner at second with 2 away. Noblet comes to the set. Checks the runner at second and comes home to Cobb. Snap throw down to first base, and he's back. Nearly had him out there. So 3-1 to Cobb. Good position for him. Runners at first and second. Noblet trying to preserve the shutout, the 3-1. Cobb skies it into center. Right at Ryan Like, and this one's over. Wildcats win it 9-0 behind the 4-hit shutout by Andrew Noblet here this evening. 9 runs on 13 hits for the Wildcats. No runs on 4 hits for the Jeeps. Jasper picks up the victory here tonight against Northeast Dubois here up on the hill. Our final score, 9-0 Wildcats. That'll wrap things up tonight. For Jeremy Marcos, I'm Kurt Gooksell saying good night from the hill.